Rider Japan, welcome to the channel. Today's a good day. Something I've always wanted to do my whole life is buy back one of my old vehicles because I get very attached to them, and this one especially is a bike that was very special to me. It was a gift to myself when my twins were born. That was in 2015. Drove it for 3 odd years, modified it. It was the first bike I modified. It was the first bike I'd owned in like 14, 15 years, I think. I had an R6 in the early 2000s. And I didn't ride again. I always missed having a motorcycle, and it wasn't until all those years later, the birth of our children, and then we ended up with our own flat, and there was a little parking area, and just the opportunity came to have a bike again. So not knowing what bike I wanted, I just wanted a big engine bike. It's going to be fun to ride around the city, and after searching online, I found out that FJ 1200s were the cheapest ones. I don't know why, they're really good bikes, and even today they're still really cheap compared to like the Suzuki Bandits and stuff with similar size engines. So yeah, it's a really good bike, and I had a lot of fun with it, and it really changed my life for the better. So I was very fond of it, and then unfortunately moving to Japan, I had to sell all my toys. I had like 3 cars and 2 motorbikes. I had to sell them all, and the one I missed the most was the FJ. The cars, I don't even really think of them anymore, but this FJ especially was, I really missed it. And even after coming to Japan and working for a year and getting financially stable again, I bought a R1, which is just over there. Riding the R1, really, really good fun. And still, even with that bike and the opportunity to ride around on mountain roads and have loads of fun on the R1, still really missed this one. So it was like, this is like over months just thinking about it. I found the guy I sold it to, I found his number on my phone. So I couldn't resist it. I had to say hello and just like see how he's doing, and then check up if he still had the bike, just to get a conversation going about it. And yeah, he had it. And then just over the months talking, I ended up agreeing to buy it. So I paid for it ages ago, and it's taken months to get it imported here. I might do a video on experience of importing, exporting vehicles, because I learned a lot and I had a lot of troubles, and it could have been a lot easier. So I might do a video on that to give advice to people doing the same thing. So anyway, now it's here. It arrived about an hour ago, and yeah, happy to have it. So let's have a close look. Very strange being used to an R1 now and then getting on this FJ. Very, very different bike in the position. So just looking around it now, I forgot. It's a bit ratty. But you know, in London, it's an expensive place. Plus I had other hobbies and stuff, so I worked on it as much as I could. I spent as much as I could on it, but I would have always liked to have done more and improve it more. So, excuse me, now I'm back in Japan. I've got a bit of extra money now, so I can take it to the next level. So I'll be improving it and renewing parts and just making it look nice and go better. And I don't know, I'm just going to enjoy owning it. Like, especially out here in Japan. I'll show you some videos of the mountain roads. It's amazing stuff. So rather than, I used to go up and down the M4 motorway a lot on it, going across the city. I used to live in like near Seven Sisters, but I worked in Wimbledon. So it's like opposite corners of London. So doing that journey, probably 2, 3, 4 times a week for nearly 2 years. This bike had quite a hard life, yeah, just all that stop-start in the traffic, really, really hot in the summer, and also just going down the M4 motorway back to Wiltshire probably once every 6 weeks or so, doing like long journeys down there just to visit family. And so yeah, I did it all on this bike, and I did many, many miles on it. And you may notice, no speedo or nothing, and I sort of did it for the looks because I was used to cycling. Did it for the looks, but I kind of regret not knowing how many miles I did on it, because I'm sure I did a lot. Okay, so let's look around it. It's a bit different from when I sold it, because the guy's had it like over a year, 2 years even. Yeah, a few things are different. He's added a few parts, different indicators. I mean, it's filthy. The suspension is so soft. It was kind of soft anyway, but you know, in transport, it was literally properly like wound down, like tied down. So the suspension's been compressed for months. It's no good for it, and you can see there's a lot of oil come out. That's one modification I want to do, is put R1 suspension on this. I think it's going to be a really good upgrade. Very tatty. I can remember this being bad. I don't really remember it being as bad as that. My R1 is in a very good condition over there. I'll show you a quick close look at that. Yeah, just things like this I'm going to replace. I like these exhausts, I'm going to get the same ones. I mean, they went rusty and I repainted them twice while I owned it, and they look brush painted now, so I think the guy, John, I think he's redone it again since he's owned it, and he's also made it quieter with baffles. just loads of things. I'm just going to change everything. New chain, new sprocket, new exhausts. I get new rubbers, just everything. Just needs tidying up. And the clutch, there's nothing there. You can see it's all just taken the paint off. Just been dripping. Oh my god. Very tatty. But yeah, looking forward. I've already bought a few things. Got a new tailpiece. I've got these as well. I'm going to repaint them. I'll get the R1 suspension. I'll put R1 brakes on it. New brake disc. I mean, these are not bad, but I'll replace them anyway. I mean, the tyres still look new. There's hardly done any miles in it, I think. Quick look. Very oily on the outside of here. There's no fuel in it, so I can't try and start it up. But it's just dirty and tatty. It seeps a lot of oil outside the engine. New bolt there. Yes, this is all cracked and just things I didn't have enough money really to bother doing it, and it was just such a workhorse for me. I kept it clean, I kept it maintained, but just things like exterior parts like that, I just sort of repaired them, like sort of zip tied them all together. But I've got money now, I can actually fix things properly. Wow, look at that. That's oil off my suspension, dripping all over the wheels. Okay, so this is literally how it's been delivered. Very tatty and dusty. Got the key there, look. I mean, the fuel in my R1 is nearly full. So what I was thinking of doing is, easiest way is siphon fuel out of that into that petrol tank. Very easy to get that tank off, more than this one. So I might just put the tank on the floor and then siphon fuel into it. Yeah, you can see how clean my R1 is, what I'm used to. So this looks very tatty to me, but I'm very happy to have it back. Okay, so I just want to say, this cost about £1,000, yeah, and then I spent literally more than that getting it over here, like literally like buying it 2.5 times. The shipping company in the UK, when this left England, it was going on the actual ship, they sent me photos of it all being crated up and getting ready to go, and in the background there was like a Ferrari 360, there was a Mercedes SLS, and some classic old American muscle car thing, and then this, just a tatty old bike being loaded up. Unusual, I think. The people working there would have noticed this is a very cheap looking motorbike. Unusual someone would spend so much to get it somewhere else. But it's hugely sentimental to me. And like I said before, this was a gift to myself when my twins were born. And then what's kind of strange, without planning at all, my third daughter's just been born, and then I ended up buying it back. I literally arrived like 2 weeks after her birth, which is similar time to when I got it after my twins were born. So a bit funny how the universe works. But yeah, very happy to have it back, but it is very sentimental to me, so I don't have any problems with what I spent on it. But yeah, if you're thinking of buying a cheap motorcycle, be aware that it is expensive to get it out of the country and into your own country. Right, so I'll leave it there for this video, but in a nutshell, yeah, I'm really happy to have this bike back, and I'm excited to get it on the road, because most custom bikes out here in Japan, in this area at least, are ridden by really young guys, and they're always like on 250s and 400s. Yeah, so it was going to be fun to have this big engine bike, and done in a style as well that doesn't happen out here. The Street Fighter style bike is, well, I haven't seen one, I've been here 2 years. It was customized really, like, strangely. Japanese style of custom bikes is a bit odd, in my opinion, from the ones I've seen out here. But yeah, so it's going to be fun to get this out and show them how English people do it.